Hey everyone, Joe G with Touch of the Brush Model Weathering, and welcome to this update for May 2021. In this update, it's going to be a pretty brief update in that there's not much really going on the past few months. I think February was the last one I did as far as an update, and it's been an absolute 0 to 60 here at the studio as well as the homestead. And in February, we lost 5 family members, and it was a very, very difficult time for my family, my wife, and I. And so from there, I accepted a job offer with the Arkansas Missouri Railroad as a freight conductor. So I've been in training for the past few weeks with that as well. So life's been very, very busy. Now, also, we're improving and extending the homestead, in that we up to over 60 animals, and our goat just gave birth to 2 more boys, and we have 2 new puppies, Molly and Polly. And so we've been very busy with the garden as well as our animals, and doing new construction, installing fencing. And we started another YouTube channel called Ozarks Living Online, and that is the Cluck G Sells Homestead that my wife and I and my stepson and my mother-in-law, God bless her soul, we started together, and we have updates and progress on our homestead as well as tons of how-to videos that we are currently working on for all of you folks who have a fantastic green thumb. So it's really exciting for that. Now, for Touch of the Brush Model Weathering, not much has been going on as far as the business. I have a couple of clients here and there. I'm working on a Chicago Northwestern, 3 Chicago Northwestern -9s from Scale Trains. And the project is to add all the Scale Trains details. Now, the details are very difficult, and anybody using the Scale Trains detail kits, I recommend doing your research on the parts and where they go. Scale Trains doesn't have any instructions for them. And so you have to do your research ahead of time, or at least pick the few details that you may need, and if not, if you don't have to use all of them. And they're all undecorated, so be prepared for that as well. And it's not a complaint or anything. That's just the way Scale Trains has it. I'm just observing as I'm building these models and adding the details for my client. It's a very time-consuming project, and with that, it's going to include weathering. And so I'm really excited to get to the weathering part, because detailing is not my forte, but I'm learning more and more every day. And but I'm actually it's actually interesting to look at some of these projects. I mean, I have the shell here to one of them, and I mean, they're so tiny. You know, all that stuff on the bottom, even the hoops, the rings on the sides, you can tell. And then you got all like the under stuff here. You know, so it's they're very, 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 very tiny. And oh my gosh, it's definitely a patience test for sure. So with the with that project, I've been really, really busy doing that. I actually did weather another boxcar recently. Um, Here we go. Here's a boxcar I weathered, and it's probably like a reflection, probably reverse here. Been there's some a little bit of graffiti, some weathering on that. So I think I'm looking around the train room, and I recently put out a video on the progress of the new train layout, and the whole reason for the new layout to go above the switching build community layout is that I just want to run my trains. I want to have fun running my trains and just run them in loops. And then I was like, okay, well, I got space for a switch. I got space for an industry. So I do have 2 loops on the 2 main lines, and I do have one of the main lines is going to have a spur that goes for a few industries. I originally was going to model sections of the Conrail River line, or maybe scenes from the River line or the Boston and Albany line. And I thought about doing 6 different scenes from my favorite places that a rail fan. And it's I won't say it's too difficult, but given the space and what I have here, it's not really feasible, and I think it won't be done well, in my opinion, or to my caliber, experience, what you want to call it. So what was going to be not Poughkeepsie. Oh, I even forgot the name of it, but it's in Fort Montgomery, Popple Creek Trestle. Since it's going to be double track, obviously Popple Creek Trestle single track, but that's okay. I'm gonna have stuff inspired by different places I visited, that I modeled, or different places I rail fanned in the past, and so I incorporate that into the layout. One scene that's going to be sort of the same is going to be Poughkeepsie, and that's going to be the New York Central train station. It is double track on the CSX main line, currently double track. And then the spur, I thought about creating a different scene there, but I'm going to have the loops going way back against the walls. That way, I can have the industries in the front and the main line in the back. And it's just a simple, maybe a facing switch, and I think I would have like maybe 3 industries. I already have 9, I think 9 industries on the community branch, so I'm good with switching. you know, I do have a lot of nice models, and I like to show them off. And I have an extensive rolling stock collection as well, and there's certain collections that I would like to start, as well as some unit trains as concerned. I love to model a unit coal train from Conrail. They have 2 locomotives up front and about maybe 20, 30 coal cars, and 2 locomotives in the back, like it's shoving up Horseshoe Curve. I always wanted an Amtrak set. Never really had an Amtrak set before, especially superliners. So it's little things like that, or maybe a K4 Pennsylvania steam locomotive with, maybe the Broadway Limited, or something like that, or or maybe a New York Central Hudson or a Big Boy. I don't know if I can fit the Big Boy in this layout. The radius is about 20 between, I believe, like 26, 30 inches. But you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm getting at is I like to run long trains, and it's hard to find a train club around here. I mean, the one in Westfield is awesome, but I mean, with my schedule at work, I can't get there. Which is okay. I'm not worried about that. I'm actually meeting more and more model railroaders, and not just from the church that I perform at, and just different folks that I meet throughout Northwest Arkansas. So it's really cool to see more Arkansas civilians who are model railroaders. Hey guys, get out of the closet and come hang out with us. So it's with Touch of the Brush, we've been basically doing that. Just really filming some videos off the phone and just uploading them onto YouTube, just to get some content out there. And I miss doing those extensive, really nice editing videos, but that's okay. Let's see. Trying to think of what else I got. Railfan X, I still want to work on the through the decades, the highlights. Not many views on that. I'm kind of shocked. Maybe it's because it's 30 minutes long. I mean, but come on, there's so much content you could possibly do. 30 minutes, I got a few of those videos. Rail fanning, it's pretty much out of the question. I don't have any time for rail fanning. I'm in a cab of a locomotive as it is. I guess that's my rail fanning. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else I got. I've been working on just organizing DVDs. I started organizing all my train magazines, my catalogs, a lot of stuff for the business, and my research stuff for the business. And behind me, I have all my locomotives organized in a little like a dresser type of deal, which is pretty cool. I think the future holds for the studios concerned. Lights, definitely a lot of lighting. I need more lighting around here for the layout underneath. I finally got a chance to clean today. We due to all the storms we have had, my crew and I were basically on standby on call, so we didn't get a chance to run our train today, which is okay because I got some stuff done in the studio. Cleaned the floors up and started organizing my desk, and behind me I'm still organizing some stuff. Again, it's like 3 months of just being outside and working on the homestead. Is what happens during the spring and summer. And once the winter hits, this is the time where I have most of my model railroading time, like most of us, right? And so as far as that the project's concerned, I think the next steps for the layouts, the Bill Community Branch, wiring up some of the industries, checking some of the connections, and then starting some basic scenery work and maybe some switching videos. And then I really took a break from that because I really like to get the main lines on the this new layout operational, because I can run trains all day long and work on the lower layout. I think that's the way. I think that's the way to go. And that's about it, guys. Again, I really appreciate everything. I'm sure I'll probably miss something, and I'll have it for the next go around. Hopefully, it's not a few months from now. But I really appreciate everybody's support and patience. It's like I said, it's been a really it was a tough couple of months, but we're back into it here, and we're doing the best we can, and it's all in God's will. So, you guys take care. Happy model railroading. This is Joey G. Touch of the Brush Model Weathering. You guys take care.